Okay, that means that we're live. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello everybody.
Hello.
Hello. We've not got anybody with us yet, so we'll just give it a minute because we are a little bit early. Oh, Mummy's phone's making noises. And then when people come on, there's a little number up there. When the number comes up there, it means that we've got people joining us. So we'll give it.
Mummy.
Your hair looks fabulous, darling. You like your... Oh look, we've got people with us. There we go. Oh look, there's Shona.
Hi.
Kelly's there. You say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Viv's there as well. Hello, Viv.
Hello.
Lots of people joining us already. Fantastic. Oh, well, we've got some thumbs up already. That's good too. Okay, so we'll make a little start. We're not going to start on the actual no-bake cheesecake just yet because we've got 3 birthday announcements that we need to make. Okay, so the first birthday. Who's your friend? Who's your birthday today? Can you remember? No, not Jack's birthday. Jack's birthday is not until June, I think his mummy said. It's Alfie's birthday today, isn't it?
Yes.
So we need to say special happy birthday to Alfie. Alfie's doing a camp out this evening. So we're all joining in with this big virtual camp for Alfie's birthday. So we are sleeping in our lounge this evening, aren't we? In our tent. And watching a film in our sleeping bags. So we've got a super night. So we need to say a big happy birthday to Alfie. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Alfie.
And then, who else's birthday is it today? Whose card that we dropped off?
Don't know.
Grace. It's Grace's 21st birthday. So if Grace is watching us, a massive happy 21st birthday to you, Grace. No, you're not allowed up there. That's the kitchen side.
Kitchen side.
Yes, you're right there, Tash, definitely. And who else's birthday is it this weekend?
Jack's.
No, it's not Jack's birthday. No, we've already said happy birthday to Grace. It's somebody that you know really, really well, and it's her birthday on Sunday. And we're going to have our own little party here. It's not Jack's birthday this Sunday. It's somebody that you know even better than Jack. It's your sister. Hebe. It's Phoebe's birthday.
And
this
Phoebe.
Sunday.
Yes.
So, happy birthday to Phoebe.
Happy birthday, Phoebe.
If any of you want to share some birthday love in the comments, feel free. Always nice to see some positivity, especially in these times. Okay, Archie, I think you're not allowed up on the kitchen side. I think we're ready. We've done our announcements, haven't we? Archie knows some sign language. And what's that a sign for, Archie?
Pig.
Pig. Let's hope he's not saying that directly at Mummy, shall we?
I'm trying to you.
You're doing it to me, are you? Thank you very much. How kind.
Doing that.
I can do it too, look. Pig. Okay, so Archie, what are we making today? Can you remember?
Cheesecake with Maltesers and hot.
Cheesecake with Maltesers in.
Yes.
And do we have to bake anything today?
Yes.
Do you know there's no baking in this recipe at all? Should we get started? Is everybody ready to get started?
Yes.
Archie definitely is with our no-bake cheesecake. Yeah?
Have raw biscuits.
Yes, you are exactly right, Archie. So we are going to be doing it in a Ziploc bag. We're going to start with our biscuits. So we have 100 grams.
You see me?
I can see you, yes.
In that size.
Yeah, everybody can see you. So we've got 100 grams of biscuits. We've chosen digestive biscuits. They don't have to be digestives. It's just typically that's what you tend to go for the base of a cheesecake. So we've got 100 grams of these. Now we're going to be putting them, Archie, you can start, into our Ziploc bag to give them a good bash. And I'm going to give you a little tip before you get started on that. If you don't have a Ziploc bag, you don't have to have one. It's just a little bit less messy. If you don't have one, you can just use the end of your rolling pin and give them a good bash in the bowl. So get started on that now if you're doing it that way. We're going to put these inside our bag, Archie.
Yes.
So go on then, pop them in. That's it.
I will watering.
Oh goodness, there we go. Right, now, if like us, you are doing it in a Ziploc bag, here's the tip. You close it, but you leave about a centimetre gap at the top to let the air out of. And that means that when you're bashing it, you're less likely to get holes in your bag because the air is released out of the top. So if you're doing it in a Ziploc bag, just shut it. This is all closed. This tiny little bit is open just to let any of that air get released. So we're going to go ahead and give our biscuits a good bashing now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll turn you around so you can see what we're doing down here. That's it. Mum's going to try and sort out the camera. Oh, Archie, well done. You're getting straight in there with that. Okay, so I think I can just about keep up with your comments today as well. That's it. We need all of them to look like these little crumbs. And you're aiming for them to get quite small crumbs. You don't want any big lumps in here. Right, so what we're going to do, Archie, is we're going to give it a bit of a shake. And then we're going to have another go at giving that a good bash. While Archie's... Can you pause just for 1 minute, just so I can talk to people? While Archie's doing that, we're doing ours in some little tins today. So we've got 4 of these little ones. You can do it in one big tin if you want, that's completely fine. With this size recipe, I'd say you don't want to go any bigger than a 6-inch tin. Any bigger than that and the cheesecake goes quite thin. And if you're anything like me, a nice big thick cheesecake is what you're after. Just a minute, you're doing a fabulous job. So all I'm going to do with these small tins is put a little bit of my unsalted butter just around the edge and in the bottom to stop anything from sticking. That's it, Archie, you're doing a really good job with that. Hello everybody. I can see a few of you coming on there. There's lots of familiar faces. Nice to see you all tonight. We've got Archie bashing our digestive biscuits, turning them into lovely crumbs. And I'm just buttering our tins so that our cheesecakes don't get stuck when they set. So I'm just putting a bit around the edge and then getting into all of the nooks and crannies with that unsalted butter. You're nearly there with that already, Archie. I'm very impressed. This is a great way of getting all of that energy out as well. Okay, so Archie's nearly there. I'm just going to show everyone what you've done. We've left this tiny gap open at the top to let any air out. I know, but don't close it because that means that the bag might split open. If you leave that little hole open there, then air can get out when you're bashing it and it stops the bag from splitting. So I don't know if you can see this, but this bit down here is exactly what we want it to look like. And we've got a few bigger bits here. So I'm just going to ask Archie to bash those bigger bits out. You want it to be a nice fine crumb. Okay, so just try and see these bigger bits here, Archie.
Yeah.
Those are the bits that you need to try and get now. You're doing a brilliant job. This is nice and noisy. It's just gone really dark because it started raining again here. It's been raining all day today, hasn't it? Poor Alfie. I think Alfie's camping outside. He's getting the real experience of camping, isn't he? We opted for inside because of how windy it was, didn't we? So we're camping inside tonight. That's for the big camp at home, if anybody's seen that. So we're going to watch a film this evening, aren't we, Archie? And send a picture to Alfie to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Alfie. I'm bashing my head.
Yeah, don't do that because our roll, well actually with the rolling pin's not going on the food today, but... Right, so as I mentioned before, God, have you seen the rain out there? Look at how rainy it is. Oh my goodness. In case you have joined us late, I'm using 4 of these little tartlet tins for our cheesecakes tonight. If you are using one bigger tin, I'd go for about a 6-inch in diameter size. How are they doing, Archie? Are you done with those crumbs? Don't tip them right upside down because of that little hole that we've got in the bag. You don't want them spilling out everywhere. I think that's looking really, really good. Yeah. I think we're pretty much there with those. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to leave those there just a minute. Oh, there is a couple. Look, you see those there? Just get those ones out for Mummy. Those, use the end of the rolling pin like this for those ones. Look. Just little taps, little taps. We're going to use our 40 grams of unsalted butter. I'm just going to melt this down in the microwave. You want it to be liquid because we're going to be adding this to our biscuit crumb to make it nice and sticky. So completely liquid. So I'm going to do mine in little bursts in the microwave. I'd say around 30 seconds for this size will probably be enough. I use 800 watts on my microwave. Careful you don't put a hole in there. So yeah, melt this butter down now. I'm just going to go and pop that in. You check that you get all of those lumps out there, Archie. You've done a brilliant job with that.
Yes, oven.
That's it. Right, I'm just going to get this bowl out now, look. And we're going to give everybody a wave. What are you doing? Right, we're lucky that's not going on any food, aren't we? Right, what I want you to do now, Archie, is super carefully, we're going to pour these biscuits into our bowl. Okay? Go on then, in they go. Woo! You give them a shake out, make sure they're all out, make sure they go in the bowl though. Oopsie.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to keep hold of this bag because we need to crush our Maltesers later as well. So keep hold of the bag if you're using the bag method. So we've got all of our biscuits in there now. And we don't need that on yet, Archie. And our 40 grams of unsalted butter is now completely melted. Not yet. So we're going to basically pour all of this, so our 40 grams of liquid butter, into our 100 grams of digestive biscuits and give it a good mix. Ready? Go and then in it goes. Whoosh! Let's use this. It's warm, isn't it? It's not hot. Let's use this just to get all of that butter out. Yeah, you can mix it. Please normally goes with that, doesn't it? That's it. So we're going to give that a good mix now because you want to make sure that butter coats all of those biscuits. Good job, Archie. I'm very impressed with your cheesecake making.
It's your turn, Mum.
My turn, is it? Okay, so we just want to make sure that it's in touching all of them. You'll kind of see that it is over all of them when the mixture almost darkens. They kind of go more golden in colour. Can you see how that's gone a bit darker there, Archie?
Yeah.
And that means that the butter's getting over all of those crumbs now. That's what we're looking for. I'll just show everybody in the screen. Okay, so they've kind of gone a more of a golden colour. And into our buttered dishes now, this is what we're going to do actually. Do you want to go and grab 2 tablespoons for me?
Yes.
Good boy. Were you just being a zombie then? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Archie's being a zombie.
No.
You're not being a zombie. Goodness gracious. Right, so we've already buttered our tins just to stop any sticking. But all we're going to do now is bring our tins across. And we're going to try and share out as equally as we can our biscuit mix into our tins. And what you want to do when it's in there is give it a really good firm press down. And that's going to make all of those biscuit crumbs fuse together. Good boy, Archie. That's fine, we've got a soup spoon and a tablespoon, but that's all right. So what we're going to do, Archie, is we're going to put these in here. Mummy's going to put, hang on. We need 1 in each. So actually put another one in. Yeah, that's fine. Good boy. We want to try and do it as even as possible, so we're in there now. Because otherwise, Mummy's going to end up with the biggest cheesecake and you and Phoebe get the smallest ones. That's how it works, isn't it? Does that sound fair?
No.
In this one. That's it. So try and make them as equal. Let's just top up the ones that look a bit smaller now. Good job.
The bigger one.
That one needs some more, doesn't it? There we go, we're getting there now. Let's scrape those ones out. We don't want to lose any of our biscuits, do we? That could do with a bit more.
I'm thinking a small one with big ones.
Right, there we go. Right, so now that the crumb's in there, what we want to do, Archie, you're going to help me. What we've got to do is this. You've got to push them right in like this. Push, push, push. And if there's any really big bits in there that you missed, you just want to, like I can see this one, you just want to squeeze it in your fingers to turn it into crumbs. And you want to push that base down as hard as you can. So use all of your flat fingers are the best. So use your flat fingers. I don't know if you can see mine. I'll lift it up. I'm just giving it a press as hard as I can with my flat fingers. Make sure you get all the way around the edges as well, pushing down. And you do want to spend a bit of time on this because this is the yummy biscuit base. We don't want that to be wrong, do we? That's it. So spread it all out and press, press, press. Don't worry too much about those big bits if it's going everywhere, Archie. It's better that it's in the cheesecake, isn't it?
Yeah.
So go press, press, press. This one doesn't have quite so many biscuits in as the others, so this one can be Phoebe's. What do you think? Have you done yours? Yours doesn't look as pressed down as Mummy's.
That's mine.
Flat hand, that's it. So is there anybody baking along tonight, or is everybody catching up another time? Careful.
I got one over my foot.
Where are you going? You're going to get your pirate stool?
Yeah, I can't open that.
That's probably because you've got buttery biscuit hands. Hang on. Oh dear, Mummy can't either. Hang on. Let me get the food out. Oh dearie me. Do you know we had a big debate about getting glass doorknobs? And Mummy really wanted them. But your hands only have to be slightly wet and you can't get out the door, can you, Archie? There you go. We were trapped. Right, let's get all of that off the side. I'm just going to push Archie's down a little bit more. He's just gone to get his pirate stool. That's one that his granddad got him and it's his favourite stool. But we tend to keep that one not in the kitchen, do we? Right. So that's all of our biscuit bases done. Yeah. So we're going to pop them back over there. I know it's your one, don't worry. I'll keep it over there. Mummy's going to rinse her hands off.
What's my hand?
Do you want to give your hands a rinse as well? I'll tell you what, if I leave this stool over by the sink, then if you need to rinse your hands, you can just hop onto that one, can't you? That's it. Go on then, give them a rinse. Okay. Here's a tea towel. Good job. We did wash our hands before starting today, by the way. Oh, Emma's just come on. Emma, we did a shout out to Alfie earlier on. Archie, where have you run? Come back. Archie, we don't need the chair as well. Come on, because everybody's waiting for us to show them how to make cheesecake. Right, I think Alfie might be watching now. So what do we need to say to Alfie?
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Alfie!
Happy birthday!
We did a proper shout out at the start of the video, Emma, so if Alfie missed it, then when this goes up again, watch it again, because we did a proper shout out to him, didn't we?
Yeah.
We hope he's had a brilliant day. Right, so we're going to go on to the filling now, aren't we? So our filling, I'm going to be using my mixer. Don't do that please, Archie, because you're wasting our ingredients now. And I'm using my whisk attachment. If you've got an electric whisk, that'll be fantastic. If you do only have a handheld whisk, as in a manual one, that's also fine, but do give it a good bit of welly because we need to get some air into our mix. And so we're using Mummy's mixer, aren't we? I'll try and turn this around so you can see what we're doing over there as well. Archie, get your face out of the mixer, please. Right, so the first thing that we're putting in there is this, Archie. Do you know what this is?
Cheese.
It is cheese. Is it normal cheese?
Cheese butter.
It's a bit like cheese butter. It's called cream cheese.
Cream cheese.
Cream cheese. So we're using Philadelphia. So you want 200 grams of cream cheese. So all of this, Archie, needs to go into our mixer. All of it. So you're going to do it like that? Yeah, go on then. So we've got 200 grams of cream cheese going in. That's it. And as you could probably see there, I use Philly. That's it, everybody can see.
Cream cheese.
That is cream cheese, you're right. That's it. And then in with that, we're going to be putting 150 grams of mascarpone. If you only have one or the other, that's completely fine. You just want the total amount of cheese in here to add up to 350 grams. So if you've only got Philly, then use 350 grams of that. If you've only got mascarpone, then use 350 grams of that. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Daddy's got our tent there for in the lounge for our camping tonight. Daddy's going to start setting that up for us, I think.
Yes. I got Fender sleeping bag.
You do have an Avengers sleeping bag, don't you? It's like a blow-up airbed sleeping bag, isn't it? It's quite cool.
Yeah.
It looks super comfy.
Whoa!
Wowee! Make sure that makes it in there. Good job. Right, last little bit, Archie. There's a tiny bit there, look. Whoop. Is it in? Do you want Mummy to get that last little bit? There we go.
I won't mix it.
Right, we're not doing that yet. We've got the next thing to go in. So that was our 200 grams of cream cheese. Then we've got 150 grams of our mascarpone that we're putting in now.
Mascarpone.
That's another type of cheese. It's a really creamy cheese.
Mascarpone.
Right.
I'm popping.
Yep, you can. Mummy's just going to hold the bowl because you need to scoop it. That's it. Give it a little nudge. Oh, it's already slid off most of it. Look. Yeah, that's a very slippery cheese, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, and then the other thing that we need in our mixer is our vanilla. You're going to help me measure out the vanilla? Okay, so again, I'm just using this one. This is the one that I tend to use. And we just need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And this is what makes... Right, you hold the teaspoon over there then and I'll pour it on. Ready? Tell me when.
Now.
Now. Oh, somebody's trying to call me. Sorry about that. I'll have to call them back, won't we? Right, that's all that's going in there for now. We're going to give that a bit of a whiz up. Yeah, we're not putting everything yet. Calm it down. That's it, give it a turn. So you want to give that a good whisk for a couple of minutes. Put a funny face. Alright, not too loud. Right, then. What are we going to put in next, Archie? What's this?
Sugar.
What type of sugar's that?
I know.
It's not granulated, it's not caster. Can you remember the other type of sugar?
No.
Icing sugar. We need to let people know how much. So we're going to be putting 100 grams of icing sugar now, but it's really important that you put this in slowly and steadily, bit by bit. You don't want to plonk it all in at once. So we're going to keep this mixing around and then add about a tablespoon at a time. We're on about a medium mix speed as well. We're going to put this on, Archie. That's it. There we go. Okay. Right, so then I just want you to put a tablespoon at a time into this liquid. Do you want me to do it then? Right, go ahead, a tablespoon at a time there, okay? That's it. Careful, that went over the edge. Maybe a little bit less. Look outside.
Yes.
We'll give that a bit of a wipe down.
That's 100 grams.
That was 100 grams. Now, because I'm using my mixer, it just means that a little bit gets attached to the side. So I'm just going to get down off of there, please, Archie. You're not allowed up there. Thank you. Down you get. Careful, you're going to fall now, aren't you? So I'm just going to get all of that off of the sides and then give it another really good whisk. I know you need some help. I'm coming now. Especially when you've got bare feet. I don't want extra cheese in my kitchen. Especially if it's foot cheese. Ugh. Right, let's give it another good mix. Ready? A bit higher than that. Right, ours is starting to look really nice and fluffy now, which is what you want.
Let me see. I need to get up.
I'm not sure what that means.
Can
Oh, icing sugar. You plonked the icing sugar. It just means that you don't get enough air into it. So if you add it gradually, it just allows the air to get in a little bit and stops it from getting heavy really quick. So you might find that it just won't go as airy and as fluffy. Okay. Right, so if I show you ours now, that's the kind of consistency you want it to be.
let me see.
It like goes stiff and kind of sticks to the whisk. That's what you're after.
Let me see.
It smells yum already, Archie.
Let me see it.
Right, so we're gonna.
Let me see it.
So that's gonna be our filling. Hang on, Archie, don't do that, please, or you'll hurt your fingers. Right, so I'm just getting all of that off of my whisk.
Oh, yeah.
Now, enough, Archie. I mean it. Last warning, or you can go out. So if you just wanted to leave it as a plain vanilla cheesecake, then you can just put this topping on straight away. But we're not doing a vanilla cheesecake, are we, Archie? What are we doing? Are you not doing it with me then?
Yes.
What are we making today?
I don't know.
Not vanilla, what are we making?
Making cheesecake with Maltesers.
With Maltesers. So we're going back to our bag now. Again, you can do this the same as you did with the biscuits.
Maltesers does.
And we're going to crush the Maltesers. So let's pour all of them in. Now these, you don't want them to go into a fine crumb like these biscuits, Archie.
No.
You want some nice chunks in your cheesecake. So we're going to seal this up and we're going to bash them with the rolling pin. But we want some nice big pieces in there as well. So give them a little bash, but not a really hard one. Or if you are doing it in the bowl, Archie, like you did with the biscuits, then it's the same technique where you use the end in a bowl. But we're flat bashing them today. Flat bashing them, Archie. Let's move you back down so you can see what we're doing down here.
Ooh.
That's it, and they're going to go into chunks like that, but we want some nice big chunks as well. Flat bash them, Archie.
No, I don't want fast bashing.
We're going to be here a very long time if you're doing it like that, little man. That's it, that's enough. You don't want to bash that one anymore. Come on, you did really well with the biscuits. Let's see if you can do the same with Maltesers. That's it, that's enough on that one. Right, I think you need to go on your stool and not on your chair because your chair is whizzing about everywhere, isn't it? That's better. Flat bash, please.
I don't want.
Should Mummy take over and do it then?
No.
Right, flat bash them then, please.
Hey, but
Flat bash.
no.
Yes.
I don't want you to take it. I want flat bash.
Oh, dearie me.
I don't trust
2 days of play school really does make a big difference, doesn't it? So we're missing everybody at Treetops, aren't we?
I don't want you to take over.
Right, we might be here for a while, folks, so this is giving you a good chance to catch up if you fell behind. But come on. Goodness gracious. Look, this is making them a bit too small, Archie, so you do need to listen to Mummy and do a flat bash, because look, when you flat bash, they go into bigger chunks like that, and that's what we want. We don't want lots of tiny pieces. We want bigger pieces. No, because then you won't be able to taste them in the cheesecake. We want nice big ones. Big bashes, that's it. Now we're getting there. These ones over this side. Stop. That's it, we're done. That's all we want. So, hopefully you can see there when we finally flat bashed them. It means that you get some small pieces and you get some bigger pieces as well. So that's what we're after. Archie, let go now. Let go.
This one is more.
Goodness me. Can you imagine? This is Archie before the cheesecake. Right, so basically, what are we going to do with all of these Maltesers now? Pop them into the cheese mix. Shake, shake, shake it. Woohoo!
All mix.
Yep, give it a nice mix with your spatula or spoon. So it goes into all of our cheesecake mix. Round and round and round. Round and round. Oh my goodness, Archie, isn't this looking just yum already? That's it.
How tasty.
Right, let Mummy check.
How tasty it is.
It looks scrumdiddly-unctuous, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Right, now, here's what we're going to do. You need to go and get me another tablespoon. Now, what we're going to do, because I'm using smaller dishes, it actually makes this next step a little bit more tricky. If you're doing a big 1 tin case, all you have to do is pour this all into the centre. Shush, Archie. No, just one, please. Pour it all into the centre and then smooth it around with a spoon. Because we're doing it in little cases, it just means that the biscuit crumb is more likely to lift up. So we just have to be... You've got one? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Let's show everybody so they can see how we do it. No, you don't mix that. That stays flat down. Mummy's going to put some on here, like this. Big plonk of it in the middle. Hang on, look. And then with the spoon, you start in the middle and you just push it out to the edges. And you don't want to mix this too much because otherwise it lifts up all of that yummy biscuit underneath. So this one probably needs a bit more in. Go on then, plop it on top. Plonk, plonk, plonk. That's it. And then you flatten it out to the edges. Smooth out. So try not to mix it. You want to smooth it. That's it. Smooth it. Exactly. Okay, we might even be able to add some more to that one, but we'll get the top on the other ones first. Okay, so hang on with this. Nice big bit. Plonk. Go and then you start smoothing that one and Mummy will plonk these ones. Plonk. I think that sounds like a good sound effect, do you? Plonk or a plop? Plop. Oh my goodness, there's a lot on that one. Here you go, you can have some more on that one. Ready? Plop. That's it. And we may even actually be able to get a bit more in that one. Here we are. Okay, so we're just smoothing it out to the edges. Now, I've put all of the Maltesers in here, but we do have some spare. Hang on, actually, we've got to do these other ones as well. Look, these ones. That one's done. We don't need to do that one anymore. We've kept some Maltesers spare so that once these have cooled, we can serve them with some extra Maltesers on the top. And it's quite nice to put some extra little sprinkle of icing sugar on the top as well. Just because it looks pretty more than anything else really. But these are going to be going into the fridge and they need at least 6 hours to set. So this is a dessert that I tend to make. Oh my goodness, I've got way too much on this one here. Hang on. That I tend to make the evening before. You need it, which is what we're doing tonight. I mean, you could make it on the same day if you were having a dinner party or something, but you'll need to make it in the morning for the evening. So at least 6 hours for this. This will be going in the fridge. Just smooth this last one. And that is a no-bake cheesecake. So we've got to put those in the fridge in a second. Okay, right, if you say bye-bye to everybody, you can go and join Daddy and help him with the tent. So say bye-bye.
Bye.
That's it, you go and join Daddy with the tent and I'll finish off in here. Can you open the door?
No.
Right, I'm just going to go and open the door for us. There you go. Okay, sorry. So that is the no-bake cheesecake. It's quite a nice simple one, and as I say, it takes 6 hours in the fridge to set, so that needs to go in preferably overnight, but yeah, at least 6 hours. I hope you've all enjoyed it and you've loved baking along. Thank you for joining us, even if you're just watching. If you do bake your, or not even bake, if you do make your cheesecakes, I would still love to see pictures. Everybody's been sending them along to me of the other ones that they've joined in with. Had lots of people with the scones last week, so that was fantastic. So thank you very much. A happy birthday again to Alfie. We're looking forward to joining you with your camping this evening. Hope you enjoy your camping. Happy birthday to Grace. Happy birthday to my Phoebe for Sunday. And yeah, thank you all very much. I hope you're all staying safe and you're staying home. And I shall see you next week.